Hello everyone. In the previous session I have done normal distribution, which is of unit 5. So in this session let me start with your unit 2, as I have already completed unit 1, that is floating point representation. So let me start with unit 2. So far I have completed unit 1, unit 4 as well as unit 5. So left with only unit 2 and unit 3. So let me start with unit 2. It is related to numericals, that is interpolation, numerical differentiation and integration. Numerical differentiation and integration. Fine. In this lesson you are going to get 2 mark 2 questions and 5 mark 4 questions. Fine. Usually 5 mark 4 questions you are going to get. Usually they'll not ask a question from numerical differentiation. Anyhow, concept from interpolation as well as numerical integration is important as per 5 mark questions. Anyhow, in this lesson totally we have mainly 5 methods to find the value of a particular function. So before going to the topic, let me explain the concept. Usually how you are going to denote the function, any function, is y is equal to f of x. One is dependent variable and another is independent variable. No matter what may be the types of the variable, any function is represented by y is equal to f of x. So in this chapter we are going to find the values of certain function at particular value. Suppose if a function is given, so we are going to find the values of f of 10, in the sense the value of the function, given function at x is equal to 10. So y is equal to f of 150 represents the value of the given function f at the point x is equal to 150. Anyhow, while solving the problem you will come to know this concept. Now interpolation, let me explain the concept of interpolation. Interpolation meaning is, as the name itself suggests, that inter, which is inside, right? So which is inside the given range. Suppose if x values are given something like 0, 5, 10, 15, and corresponding f of x values, y values will be given like 10, 6, 14, 16. Now you can note that all the values of x are equally placed, right? They are of equal intervals. 5 minus 0 is 5, 10 minus 5 is 5, 15 minus 10 is 5. So all are equally placed. They are equal interval. Fine. So if we are going to find the value of the function, any function, given function f of x at x is equal to 10. I mean, if they asked you to find the value of f of 10, f of 10, meaning is we have to find the value of the function at x is equal to 10. Clearly 10, it is given in a range, right? Suppose if they asked you to find the value of f of 7, 7 will be in between. So f of 7 meaning is we have to find the value of the function at x is equal to 7. Clearly x is equal to 7 lies between 5 and 10. So it is inside the given range of a function. So x will be the range of a function, right? So if they asked you to find the x value, like let me find the value of f of 12. Clearly 12 will be in between 10 and 15. Suppose if they asked you to find f of 20, 20 is out of the range of a given values of x. So given range for x in this particular problem is 0, 5, 10 and 15. So 20 is out of the range. So it is not related to interpolation. If you are finding the value of the function inside the given range, so these are an example for interpolation. So the process of computing the value of a function inside the given range is called as interpolation. Similarly, here f of 20 is outside the given range. So the process of finding the value of a given function outside the given region is called as extrapolation. Interpolation is finding the value of a given function inside this given range. Outside the given range is none other than extrapolation. Now we have mainly 5 methods to find the value of a given function. Something like find the value at f of 10, f of 11, f of 60, f of 50, something like that. So we have totally 5 methods to find the value of a given function. First method is Lagrange interpolation method. Lagrange interpolation method. So totally in this lesson you have 5 methods to study. Second method is Newton forward. In the first lesson it is Newton-Raphson method for finding roots of a given equation. Now we are finding the value of a function at particular value of x. See, we are finding value of f of 20. F of 20 is at x is equal to 20. We are going to find the value. For that we are using all these 5 methods. So Lagrange interpolation method, Newton forward interpolation, third one is Newton backward interpolation, and the fourth one is Newton's divide difference method, and the fifth one is inverse Lagrange interpolation. So I'll just give you a glance. Interpolation in the sense finding the value inside the given range. Extrapolation is none other than finding the value of a function outside the given range. For any given function, to find the value at particular value of x, we have 5 methods. First one is Lagrange interpolation, Newton forward interpolation, Newton backward interpolation, Newton divide and difference method, and inverse Lagrange interpolation. So all these methods will be finding the value of a given function. Now, first method, that is Lagrange interpolation method, as well as fourth method, Newton divide and difference method, and inverse Lagrange method. So all these 3 methods will be used to find unequal intervals. In the sense, here you can note it is equal interval. Suppose if x value is given like 2, 8, 1, 6. So do we have equal difference here? We don't have equal difference. See here, 8 minus 2, it is 6. Again, suppose let me take 9. 9 minus 8 is 1. So 6, 1. It is not an equal difference. So if such kind of data is there, it is not equally placed. So we can use for unequal intervals Lagrange interpolation, Newton divide and difference, and inverse Lagrange interpolation. For equal interval, in the sense, let us look at this example. X is equal to 0, 5, 10, 15. They are equally placed. Why? Because 15 minus 10 is 5, 10 minus 5 is 5, 5 minus 0 is 5. So when the data is equally placed, we are going to use Newton forward interpolation and Newton backward interpolation. So these 2 methods are finding equal interval data, whereas all these 3 methods will be for unequal interval data. Fine. And one more key point you have to remember, that whatever the methods I have specified, that is first 4 methods, Lagrange interpolation, Newton forward and Newton backward, Newton divide and difference method. All these 4 methods, in all these first 4 methods, we are going to find the value of y at certain values of x. Fine. We are going to find the value of y for certain values of x, whereas the fifth method, we are going to find the value of x for a given y value. It is just a reverse. So inverse, as the name itself suggests, we are going to find the value of x at particular values of y. In all the first 4 methods, we are going to find the value of y at given x values. Fine. So anyhow, while solving the problems, you come to know, you just remember first method, fourth method, fifth method. That is Lagrange interpolation, Newton divide and difference, and inverse Lagrange method is used for unequal intervals, whereas Newton forward and Newton backward will be used for equally spaced intervals. Clear? Now let me explain the first method, that is Lagrange interpolation method. Before starting the Lagrange interpolation method, I'll just recapitulate the concept that I have explained now. See here, interpolation is none other than process of computing the values of a function inside the given range. Fine. You just copy to the notes. Again, these notes will be forwarded. Anyhow, interpolation is none other than inside the given range. Extrapolation is none other than outside the given range. So we have mainly 5 methods to find the values of the function. As I told you, Lagrange interpolation will be for unequally placed intervals, Newton forward, Newton backward for equal intervals, whereas Newton divide and difference and inverse Lagrange is for unequal intervals. Further, I have stated it in a note that first 4 methods, that is Lagrange, Newton forward, Newton backward, and Newton divide and difference method, we will finding the value of y at a given values of x, whereas in fifth method we will find the value of x at certain given y values. Got it? Now coming to the Lagrange interpolation formula, I'll just go through this list. So Lagrange interpolation formula will be based on the points. So as I already told you that the general form of a coordinate point is x, y. So we will use this method based on the number of points. Fine. Suppose if 2 points is given in the examination, it is very important that they will give most of all 4 points formula only. Fine. So there may be chances to get 2 points as well as 3 points. So let me tell you. Suppose if 2 points is given, x0, y0 and x1, y1. Then the Lagrange interpolation formula will be f of x is equal to, f of x is none other than y. Usually we denote the function as y. That is y is equal to f of x, one and the same. Is equal to x minus x1 divided by x0 minus x1 into f of x0. plus x minus x naught divided by x1 minus x naught into f of x1. For 3-point formula, anyhow I'll send you the list. I'll tell you shortcut method to remember this formula. You just see here. For 3-point, just now I have explained 2-point, right? Anyhow I'll just write it once again. See here. For 3 points, whatever the points given, you have to take x0, y0, x1, y1, x2, y2. So while writing the formula, it is very easy. You just remember f of x is equal to y is equal to, first you have to write the coordinate, general coordinate x. There is no 0, there is no 1, there is no 2. That is, there is no suffix for the first value. So you have to take first point as x. Now first point is always it is x0, right? So first you just write x, you just leave the first point. See here, coordinates are x0, x1, x2, right? Now you just leave x0, subtract x1 and x2. x1 minus x minus x2. Whatever the value you have in the numerator, only in place of x you replace x0 now. x0 minus x1, x0 minus x2 into f of first value. I'll just repeat once again. First you write x and list the x values in one side. So first value you leave it. Subtract numerator with remaining values. In the denominator, in place of x, replace first value and function also replace first value. Next, for the next term, 3 points. No, so you have to write 3 terms here. Remember like that. Fine. Now, first as usual x minus. Now you leave second value. For the first value, you left x0, right? So similarly here you leave x1. So you just leave this one. So you have to subtract numerator with x0 as well as x2. Divided by, in denominator what you left? x1, right? So you have to write x1 minus same values. In place of x only you have to write x1. Remaining will be same. So function will also become the same. Clear? Next, third term will be like first term as it is minus. Now you leave second value. Fine. For the third term you have to leave second value. I mean x2 value, last value. Third term you have to leave. Next we have to subtract x0 and x1 divided by. Next, what is the value that you left now? x2, right? So you have to write x2 in place of x. Remaining as it is. x2 minus x1 as it is. F of what you have subtracted, x2, right? So it is x2. This is for 3-point formula. Suppose if one more point is added, like x3, y3, 4-point formula. Now one more value x3 will be added here. Now how to write 4-point formula? X as it is minus. Now you have to leave this point. That is x3. Right? So remaining you have to subtract x0, x minus x1, x minus x2 divided by. Now in place of x you have to write the last value. x3 minus x0, x3 minus x1, x3 minus x2 into what is the value that you left? x3. So this is what the 4-point formula is. If you want you can go through this formula list. Anyhow I will send you this. See, Lagrange interpolation formula for 4 points. This is what we have. Clear? Now while solving the problems you will come to know. Anyhow you have to remember the formula. For 2 points also it is easy. See here what is the points x0 and x1. For the first time you leave x0 and subtract with x1. In the denominator in place of x what you left? x0. So that value you have to put. Then with f of x also you have to write the same value. For the second term also it is same. Clear? Anyhow while solving the problems you will come to know the idea. So let me solve the problems based on this Lagrange interpolation. So first you just write the heading unit 2 and copy this notes. Whatever the notes is given you just copy this page along with the first method I am going to solve. It is Lagrange interpolation. So let me solve problems on Lagrange interpolation. So here is the problem. Important formal problems on Lagrange interpolation. Lagrange interpolation. Clear? First problem. Using Lagrange interpolation formula, find f of 10 from the following data. So here how many points is given? 1, 2, 3, 4. First I am going to solve for 4 points. Next I will come to 3 points. Next 2 points. So it is 4 point. Anyhow this type of problems will be important for 5 mark questions. Right? So here x values are given. How many points are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to use 4-point formula here. Now what we have to find is, we have to find the value of f of 10. That is, we have to find the value of f of 10. In the sense, we need to find the value of f of 10. Meaning is, generally how we are going to represent the function y is equal to f of x, right? So in place of x what we have? 10. That is, we need to find the value of, I'll just write one statement. We need to find the value of y at x is equal to, what is the value of x? It is 10. So we need to find the value of y at x is equal to 10. Right? Now we have to take first point as x naught. So I'll just write the value. X naught is equal to 5. Then x1 is equal to 6. X2 is equal to 9. X3 is equal to 11. Fine. So what is the value of f of x naught? F of x naught is none other than y value. So f of x naught is none other than the value of y corresponding to x. So f of x naught is 12. Next, f of x1 is, remember it is x naught, x1, x2, x3. The value should start with x naught. So f of x1 is 13. F of x2 is 14. F of x3 is 16. So whatever the value is given, I have listed here. Clear? Now, as usual, it is 4-point, right? So you have to use 4-point formula, Lagrange 4-point formula. See here, for the first problem, I will be explaining how to remember the formula. See here, y is equal to f of x is equal to, now x0, x1, x2, x3 we have. First you just write x. Fine. Now you leave x0. First value you leave. What is the value you have? You just subtract x1, x minus x2. First value will be x only. Minus x3 divided by 4-point, in the sense 4 terms should be there, divided by, in the denominator what is the value left? X naught, right? So in place of x you have to write x naught, remaining as it is. In place of x you are writing x naught, remaining value as it is, into what is the left value? That is x naught only, right? So you have to multiply that. Clear? Second term plus first term x as it is. Next, what the value first you left? It is x naught. Next you have to leave x1. It is x minus x naught, subtract x minus x2, x minus x3. Note that x1 is left here, divided by, what is the value left? x1. So you have to replace x with x1 in the denominator. Rest of the values will be same. x1 minus x2, x1 minus x3 into f of x1. Fine. Next, third term. For the third term you have to leave second value, that is x2 value you have to leave. So x minus x naught, x minus x1, next x minus x3 divided by x value you have to replace with x2. That is what we left, right? So x2 you have to replace, remaining as it is. In place of x you have to replace x2. x2 minus x3 into f of, what is the value you have? x2. Fine. Next, x3 you have to leave. So I am going to leave x3, subtract remaining x minus x naught, x minus x1, x minus x2 divided by, in place of x what we have to put? x3. x3 minus x naught, x3 minus x1, x3 minus x2 into f of x3. For this problem only I am explaining the hint. For each and every problem I cannot explain. Please go through this video once or twice so that you will come to know how to remember the formula. So after writing the formula we have to substitute the term. So let me substitute. I'll just do the substitution. Y is equal to f of x is equal to, what is the value of x you have? It is 10 minus x1. I have listed all the values here, just a substitution. x1 is 6 into x value is, what is the value of x? It is 10 minus x2 value is 9. X value is 10 minus x3 value is 11 divided by, I'll be showing all the values here. See here, x naught is 5 minus x1 is 6. X naught is 5 minus x2 is 9. X naught is 5 minus x3 is 11 into f of x naught is here, so it is 12. So this is for first term, plus second term I am going to substitute now. Second term, x here, x is here, so it is 10 minus x naught is 5, so it is 10 minus 5 into x minus x2, x is 10 minus x2 is 9 into x minus x3, x is 10 minus x3 is 11 divided by x1 is 6 minus x naught is 5. x1 is 6 minus x2 is 9. x1 is 6 minus x3 is 11 into, what is the value of f of x1? F of x1 is 13. Fine. Just the substitution. Plus, next third term, x is 10 minus x naught is 5 into x is 10 minus x1 is 6. X is 10 minus x3 is 11 divided by, next x2 is 9 minus x naught is 5, right? That is x2 is 9 minus x naught is 5. Next, x2 is 9 minus x1 is 6, x2 is 9, minus x3 is 11, into f of x2 is 14, plus, next last term, x is 10, minus x0 is 5, next x is 10, minus x1 is 6, x is 10, minus x2 is 9. Remember, if you done one mistake, entire answer will be wrong. In exam, only for formula you will get 2 marks. So please practice the formula, see the video properly, then only you will get an idea to remember or memorize the formula. So for formula only you will get 2 marks. For further substitution and simplification you will get 3 marks. So please practice the problem well, and substitution also you have to take care. Next x3 is 11, minus x0 is 5, into x3 is 11, minus x1 is 6, x3 is 11, minus x2 is 9, into f of x3. What is the value of f of x3? It is 16. Now simplification is important. See, in the examination you should not keep on simplifying each and every term, as it takes lot of time. So you have to use, must and should, you have to use the calculator to simplify. Just have a look on the calculator, so that I will just simplify this term in only one shot. You have to do the same procedure. First you have to open 2 brackets. Why? Because for numerator 1 bracket and for denominator 1 bracket you have to open. For numerator I am opening 1 bracket. If you are finding confusion, you just put 1 more bracket here. Fine. So I have opened 2 brackets. Next 10 minus 6, close bracket, into 10 minus 9, close the bracket, into 10 minus 11. Fine. Again you have to close the bracket. This is for numerator. Fine. Divided by, now denominator also you have to open 2 brackets at the beginning. Next 5 minus 6, close bracket. Next 5 minus 9, close the bracket. 5 minus 11, close the bracket. Then again close the bracket, press equal sign. So you will get only value of this. Next you have to multiply it with 12. Now multiply it with 12. So you will get answer 2. So you have to write here first term. Clear? Now second term, plus this value I am going to simplify. Look at the calculator carefully. See, first you have to open 2 brackets. Next 10 minus 5, close bracket. Next open bracket, 10 minus 9, close bracket, into 10 minus 11, close bracket. Again you close the bracket, press equal sign, you will get only numerator value. Next press divided by sign. Next open 2 brackets for denominator. Next 6 minus 5, close bracket. 6 minus 9, close bracket. Next 6 minus 11, close the bracket. No need to put into and or in between. It is enough to put the bracket. Next close the bracket one more. Press equal sign, you will get only this value. Next multiply it with 13. So what is the value you have? It is minus 4.333. I am going to write 4 digit. Only for first 3 to 4 problems I am going to show it using the calculator. Afterwards I will do it directly. Fine. So see the calculator properly. Next third term I am going to simplify. So open 2 brackets, press 10 minus 5, close bracket. Next open the bracket, 10 minus 6, close bracket. Next 10 minus 11, close the bracket. Next again close the bracket, press equal sign. Next divided by, open the bracket. Next 9 minus 5, close the bracket. Again within bracket 9 minus 6 you have to press. Next 9 minus 11. Next close bracket 2 times. Fine, see here I have closed it 2 times. Clear? Next press equal sign. Multiply it with, what is the value you have here? 14, right? So multiply it with 14. You will get 11 point plus 11.6666. Fine. Now I am going to simplify 4th term. Let me simplify 4th term. Fine. Open 2 brackets. Next 10.5 into 10.6 into 10.9, into in the sense bracket only. Then close bracket. This will give you only numerator value. Next press divided by, open 2 brackets. Next 11 minus 5, close bracket. Next 11 minus 6, close bracket. Next 11 minus 9, close bracket. Again close one more bracket. Press equal sign and multiply it with 16. So we will get plus 5.3333. Clear? Hope so you understand the procedure to operate the calculator. Right now I am going to simplify the final step. See here. See the calculator 2. Plus into minus is minus. So minus 4.33333 plus 11.6666 plus 5.333. So total answer is 14.6666. So this is the required value of a function y, that is the value of y, that is the value of the function at x is equal to 10. Or you can write y is equal to 14.666 at x is equal to 10. So this is the required solution by using Lagrange interpolation formula for 4 points, as it is 4 points are given in the problem. Only thing is you need to memorize the formula and substitution calculation part. Fine. Now let me solve one more problem. So here is the second problem. As usual, what we have to find is, we have to find the value of f of x, right? That is the value of the function at x is equal to 6. To find f of 6, so value of the function at x is equal to 6. Therefore the value of x is 6. First you write down the aim of a problem, that is we need to find the value of the function at x is equal to 6. So you have to take this value as x. Fine. Now make a list of the terms. So first value will be x naught as usual. X naught is 3, x1 is 7, x2 is 9, x3 is 10. So it is also 4 point formula. Next, what is the value of f of x naught? This is x naught, so f of x naught will be 168, f of x1 is 120, f of x2 is 72, f of x3 is 63. Clear? After listing the terms, what you have to do is, you have to write the formula. F of x is equal to y is equal to, this is also 4 points, right? As I already told you, for the 4 point, first you write x, next leave the first value, subtract all the values into x1, x minus x2, x minus x3. Afterwards, in place of x, what is the left out value? It is x naught. So replace x with x naught, remaining as it is. X naught minus x1, x naught minus x2, x naught minus x3. Into what is the value that is left out? It is f. So x naught, right? So it is f of x naught. Clear? Next, second term plus x as it is. Now for this time you have to leave second value, right? So x minus x naught, x minus x2, x1 is not there, you have to replace x minus x3. Now replace x with x1. So x1 minus x naught remaining as it is. x1 minus x2, x1 minus x3 into f of x1. Clear? Next, third term. Third term will be x as it is. Next, what is the value? x2 we have to leave. This is for x naught, this is for x1. Next, x2 we have to leave. So x minus x naught, x minus x1, x minus x3 divided by, now we have to replace x with x2. x2 minus x naught, x2 minus x1, x2 minus x3 into f of x2 plus, next x as it is minus, what is the value? Last value, that is x3 you have to leave. So x minus x naught, x minus x1, x minus x2 divided by, next what is the left value? 3. So you have to replace x with x3. x3 minus x naught, x3 minus x1 remaining is same. x3 minus x2 into f of x3. Clear? So this is the formula, Lagrange interpolation formula for 4 point. Now we have to substitute all the values. F of x is equal to y is equal to, what is the value of x? It is 6. So it is 6 minus x1. x1 is 7. 6 minus 7 into x value is 6. 6 minus x2 is 9. Next, x is 6 minus x3 is 10 divided by x naught. X naught is 3 minus x1 is 7. Next, x naught is 3 minus x2 is 9. Next, x naught is 3 minus x3 is 10 into f of x naught. F of x naught is 168. So this is first term. Clear? Plus, in between plus is there, I'm sorry. So plus x, next x is 6 minus x naught is 3. Next, x is 6 minus x1 is 7. X is 6 minus x2 is 9 divided by x3. x3 is 10 minus x naught is 3. x3 is 10 minus x1 is 7. x3 is 10 minus x2 is 9 into f of x3. I'm sorry, x1, this term, right? I'm sorry, I have substituted wrong. So this is first term. Second term, x is 6 minus x naught is 3. x is 6 minus x2 is 9. I'm sorry, into x is 6 minus x3 is 10. Second term, instead of second term I have substituted fourth term, so I am just correcting it, divided by x1. What is the value of x1? x1 is 7 I'm sorry, it is 7. 7 minus x naught is 3. Next is x1 is 7. 7 minus x2 is 9. Clear? Next x1 is 7 minus x3 is 10. 7 minus 10 into f of x1 is 120. Clear? Next, substitute the third term plus, what is the value of x? X is 6 minus x naught is 3 into x is 6 minus x1 is 7. X is 6 minus x3 is 10 divided by x2 is 9 minus x naught is 3. x2 is 9 minus x1 is 7. x2 is 9 minus x3 is 10 into f of x2 is 72 plus last term x is 6 minus x naught is 3. X is 6 minus x1 is 7. X is 6 minus x2 is 9 divided by x3 is 10. x3 is 10 minus x naught is 3. x3 is 10 minus x1 is 7. x3 is 10 minus x2 is 9 into f of x3 is 63. Just the substitution. Please, while substituting the term, please take care of the numbers that you are substituting properly. Make sure you are substituting correct. So which is equal to, now use the calculator. For this problem only I am showing you calculator. Next time I will be writing directly. So please see the calculator carefully. So first term, this entire term I am showing. First you open 2 bracket, next 6 minus 7 close bracket, next 6 minus 9 close bracket, next 6 minus 10 close double bracket. Why? Because numerator is finished. Press equal sign. Next divided by, open 2 brackets, next 3 minus 7 close bracket, 3 minus 9 close bracket, next 3 minus 10 close bracket, again in one more bracket, press equal sign and multiply it with 168. So we will get 12. This is for first term. Clear? Next let me simplify this term. Plus is there in between. Next term I will showing you. See here, double bracket, open your double bracket, again 6 minus 3 close the bracket, next 6 minus 9 close the bracket, 6 minus 10 close the bracket 2 times, plus equal sign, plus divided by, next open 2 brackets, 7 minus 3, next 7 minus 9, next 7 minus 10 close bracket 2 times, plus equal sign, multiply it with 120. So you will get 180 plus third term I am going to simplify. See the third term, open 2 brackets, 6 minus 3 close bracket, 6 minus 7 close bracket, 6 minus 10 close 2 bracket 2 times, plus equal sign, plus divided by, open 2 bracket, 9 minus 3 close the bracket, 9 minus 7 close the bracket, 9 minus 10 close the bracket 2 times, plus equal sign and multiply it with 72. So we will get minus 72 plus, let me simplify the fourth term, open bracket 2 times, 6 minus 3 close bracket, next 6 minus 7 close the bracket, next 6 minus 9 close the bracket 2 times, plus equal sign, divided by, open 2 times, 10 minus 3 close the bracket, next 10 minus 7, next 10 minus 9 close the bracket double time, plus equal sign, into 63. So that will give you 27. Hope so. Using calculator is clear, right? Now let me simplify this. So you will get 12 plus 180 minus, plus into minus is minus, so you will get minus 72 plus 27. So the answer is 147. That is the value of the function f of x is equal to y is equal to 147. Or you have to write properly, y is equal to 147 at x is equal to 6, or f of 6 value is 147. So this is the required solution for this problem. Clear? Hope so it is clear for you. Only thing is it depends on substitution and formula writing. So this is 4 point. Why? Because it is given 4 point. Remember, first value should start with x naught. Fine. So here is the next problem. As usual, first you have to write down the given data properly. What we have to find is f of 11. That is, we have to find the value of a function f of x, that is y is equal to f of x at x is equal to 11. So we have to find f of 11, meaning is x is equal to 11. We have to find the function y value at x is equal to 11. So x value will be 11. Now let me write the list: x0, x1, x2, x3. This is x0, so it is 4, x1 is 7, x2 is 9, x3 is 12. So 4 points is given. Again you have to use 4 point formula. Similarly, f of x0 is minus 43. You have to write along with the signs. So f of x1 is 83, f of x2 is 327, f of x3 is 1053. Fine. Now 4-point formula, as usual, write down the formula. F of x is equal to y is equal to, first you have to write x minus, first you leave the first value, next subtract all, x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3, divided by, in the denominator in place of x you have to replace x naught, remaining as it is. So x naught minus x2, x naught minus x3 into f of x naught. So this is the first term, plus second term x as it is. Now for the second term you have to remove x1. So x naught, x minus x2, x minus x3, divided by, in place of x we have to put x1. x1 minus x naught, x1 minus x2, x1 minus x3 into f of x1. So you can note that in the first term x naught term will not be there in the numerator. Fine. So in the second term x1 will not be there in the numerator. Similarly in the third term x2 will not be there. In the fourth term x3 will not be there in the numerator. Now let me write the third term. So x as it is, x naught is finished. So x1 is also gone. Now we have to leave x2. So x minus x naught, x minus x1 into x minus x3, divided by, in place of x we have to replace x2. See here, x naught is finished, x1 is finished. Now we have to replace x2. So x2 minus x naught, x2 minus x1, x2 minus x3 into f of x2, plus fourth term we have to write. So x as it is, now we have to leave last term. So x minus x naught, x minus x1, x minus x2, divided by, in place of x what we have to replace, x1 is finished, x2 is finished, x3. So x3 minus x naught, x3 minus x1, x3 minus x2 into f of x3. Clear? So once you remember the formula, it is very easy to substitute. So I have written the formula. Now we have to substitute. So f of x is equal to y is equal to, at x is equal to 11, right? So I'll just replace x is equal to 11 here only. So f of 11 is equal to y is equal to, what is the value of x? X is equal to 11 minus x1 is 7. Next x is equal to 11 minus x2 is 9. Next x is equal to 11 minus x3 is 12, divided by x naught is 4 minus x1 is 7. Next x naught is 4 minus x2 is 9. Next x naught is 4 minus x3 is 12 into f of x naught. What is the value of f of x naught? Minus 43. Clear? Similarly, let me substitute the second term, second term value. X is 11 minus x naught is 4. Next x is 11 minus x2 is 9. Next x is 11 minus x3 is 12, divided by x1. x1 is 7 minus x naught is 4. x1 is 7 minus x2 is 9. x1 is 7 minus x3 is 12 into f of x1 is 83. So this is about the second term, right? Now let me put the third term. So I'm going to substitute it in the third term, x minus x naught. So x is 11 minus x naught is 4. Next x is 11 minus x1 is 7. X is 11 minus x3 is 12, divided by x2. x2 is 9 minus x naught is 4. Next x2 is 9 minus x1 is 7. x2 is 9 minus x3 is 12 into f of x2 is 327. Fine. Plus, let me substitute the fourth term, that is x value. X value is 11 minus x naught is 4. X value is 11 minus x1 is 7. X value is 11 minus x2 is 9, divided by x3. x3 value is 12 minus x naught is 4. x3 is 12 minus x1 is 7. x3 is 12 minus x2 is 9 into, what is the value of f of x3? It is 1053. So once you substitute all the values, it is easy to calculate by using the calculator. See the calculator. I will show you the last problem in calculator. See here, 11 minus 7 into 11 minus 9 into 11 minus 12. Close the bracket 2 times, plus equal sign, divided by, again open 2 bracket. Next 4 minus 7, close bracket, 4 minus 9, close bracket, 4 minus 12, again close bracket 2 times. Next multiply it with minus 43. Fine. So you will get minus 2.866. First term, that is f of 11 is equal to minus 2.8666. So I am writing 4 digit after point. Now let me look at the second term, that is open 2 bracket 11 minus 4 into 11 minus 9 into 11 minus 12 close bracket 2 times plus equal sign divided by 7 minus 4 into 7 minus 9 into 7 minus, see I'll show you once again, open bracket 11, see here 11 minus 4 close the bracket 11 minus 9 close the bracket 11 minus 12 close the bracket 2 times plus equal sign. Next divided by open 7 2 times 7 minus 4 into 7 minus 9 into 7 minus 12 close bracket 2 times plus equals multiply it with 83. So when you multiply you will get plus of minus 38.7333. Fine. Plus see the third term, this term I am going to simplify, open bracket 11 minus 4 into 11 minus 7 into 11 minus 12 close the bracket 2 times plus equal sign divided by again open 2 times 9 minus 4 9 minus 7 9 minus 327. So you will get what is the value 305, that is 305.2. Similarly let me simplify the fourth one. So open 2 times 11 minus 4 into 11 minus 7 into 11 minus 9 close the bracket 2 times divided by open bracket 2 times 12 minus 4 again 12 minus 7 again 12 minus 9 close the bracket 2 times multiply it with 1053, right? So when you do that you will get 491.4. Now let me simplify all these terms. So you will get, see here, minus 2.8666. Fine. No need to put what we say. See here, minus 2.8666. Next, plus into minus minus. No need to put bracket and all. 38.7333. Next, plus 305.2 plus 491.4. So after simplification you will get 755.001. So this is the required value of f of 11, or the function, value of the function y is equal to 755.001 at x is equal to 11. So this is the required solution for the problem. Hope so it is clear, right? So f of 11 value we have obtained. So here is the next question. So in this question we need to find log of 310 value. Log of 310 value. Here what we need to find is here the x values are given. F of x is equal to log x base 10. So in place of x what we have 310. What we need to find is log 310 value. So here the value of x is 310 but not log. You should not consider log as x. Why? Because x value only we have to find. That is x is already given, f of x, the function y is equal to f of x is given. It is log x base 10. So in place of x what we have 310 in the problem, right? So we need to find the value of x as 310. So x value will be 310. Now make a list of x0, x1, x2, x3. So x0 is 300, x1 is 304, x2 is 305, x3 is 307 as usual. Fine. Now f of x0 is 2.4771, f of x1 is 2.4829, next f of x2 is 2.4843, f of x3 is 2.4871. As usual, how many points are given? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to use the 4-point formula. Let me write down the formula. F of x is equal to y is equal to x minus x1. As I already told you 4 to 5 times as how to write the formula. So you have to write the formula. It depends on you. You can remember however you want. Only thing is you need to write the formula properly. x0 minus x2 into x0 minus x3 into f of x0. Plus second term is x minus x0 into x minus x2 into x minus, see here, x1 is leaving. So x2, x3 divided by, you have to replace x with x1. That is x1 minus x0 into x1 minus x2 into x1 minus x3 into f of x1. This is the second term. Next third term, third term, x minus x naught, x minus x1 into x minus x3 divided by x2 minus x naught, x2 minus x1, x2 minus x3 into f of x2 plus x minus x naught, fourth term, x minus x1, x minus x2 divided by x3 minus x naught, x3 minus x1, x3 minus x2 into f of x3. So this is the 2-point formula, that is Lagrange 2-point formula. Using Lagrange formula only you have to find. Now we have to substitute all the value. What is the value of x? It is 310, right? So f of x value we need to find. F of x is equal to y is equal to, what is the value of x? 310. 310 minus x1 is 304. Next, x is 310 minus x2 is 305. X is 310 minus x3 is 307 divided by x naught is 310 minus x1 is 304. X naught is 310. X naught is 300, right? See here, x naught is 300. X naught is 300 minus x2 is 305. Next, x naught is 300 minus 307 into f of x naught is 2.4771. So this is entire first term. Fine. Plus second term, andre this term you have to substitute. What is the value of x? X is 310 minus x naught is 300, right? So x is 310 minus 305. Again x is 310 minus x3 is 307, right? Divided by x1. X1 is 304 minus x naught is 300. Next, x naught is 304 minus x1 is 304 minus x2 is 305. Next, x1 is 304 only minus x3 is 307 into, what is the value of f of x1? 2.4829. 2.4829 plus third term, x value is 310 minus x naught is 300. 310 minus 304. 310 minus x3 is 307. Just the substitution. x2 is 305 minus x naught is 300. x2 is 305 minus x1 is 304. Next, x naught is 305 minus x3 is 307 into f of x2 is 2.4843. Next, last fourth term, x is 310 minus x naught is 300. X is 310 minus x1 is 304. X is 310 minus x2 is 305 divided by x3. X3 is 307 minus x naught is 300. X3 is 307 minus x1 is 304. X3 is 307 minus x2 is 305 into f of x3. What is the value of f of x3? F of x3 is 2.4871. Clear? Now we need to simplify each and every term. So f of x is equal to y is equal to 310. I have already shown you. Anyhow, I'll show you one more time. See here. First term I'll show you. 310. Remaining will be same. Why? Because if I keep on simplifying using calculator, it takes lot of time to complete. Even I can't complete 5 problems in single video. So I am using the calculator directly. So I am showing you only one term. Minus 310 minus 304. Again open bracket. Again 310 minus 305. Close the bracket. 310 minus 307. Again close bracket is equal to divided by open 2 times bracket. Again 310 minus 304. Again close the bracket. Again open the bracket. 300, right? I have typed it wrong. See here, 300. See denominator I am typing. 300 minus 304. Close the bracket. Again 300 minus 300 and minus 305. Close the bracket. Again 300 minus 307. Again close the bracket 2 times. Press equal sign and multiply it with 2.4771. So when you simplify, first term will be minus 1.5924. Minus 1.5924 first term. Similarly, simplify this using the calculator. You will get 31.0362. Next, simplify this third term using calculator. You will get plus minus 44.7174. Plus simplify the fourth term, you will get 17.765. Use the calculator. Clear? Now let me simplify the last step. I'll show you last step also once again. See here, minus 1.5924 plus 31.0362. Next, plus into minus is minus 44.7174 plus 17.765. So that will give you 2.4914. 2.4914. So f of x value or y value is 2.4914, or what is the value? It is log of 310 at base 10 is 2.4914. So this is the required solution. Why? Because what we substituted x value, it is 310. Therefore the required value is log of 310 base 10 is 2.4914. So this is the required solution for the given problem. Log base 10, it is base 10 logarithm. So value of 310 of log is 2.4914. Clear? So I have already shown how to calculate by using the calculator. So 4 to 5 times I have explained. Please go through the video. If you are finding speed, please set the speed of a video. Then you can see properly. So this is what I have. So here is the next problem. Using Lagrange interpolation formula, you have to evaluate square root of 155 from the following data. Here we need to find square root of 155. Now what is the given function? See here, given function y is equal to f of x is equal to, what is the given function here? Square root of x, right? So what we need to find is square root of 155 we need to find, right? So what is the value of x here? Only 155, but not square root. Hope so you understand, right? So here x value you have to take as 155 but not square root value. So you need to know what we have to find. So x is 155. Now as usual, first you just list down the given data. So x0 is given 150, x1 152, x2 154, x3 156. I'll just write f of x0 here. F of x0 is 12 since I don't have space to write, if you want you can write here only 12.247. Next, f of x1 is 12.329, f of x2 is 12.410, f of x3 is 12.490. So I have listed x0 and f of x0 values. Now as usual, how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So as usual you have to write 4-point formula. Lagrange's 4-point formula. I'll just write the formula. So this is the Lagrange's 4-point formula, right? So I have explained this formula just now. So just to avoid the duration of video, I have written the formula now. Now we need to substitute all the values. Whatever the values we have listed here, I'm going to substitute. So here f of x is equal to y is equal to, what is the value of x? X is 155 minus x1. X1 is 152 into x is 155 minus x2 is 154. Next x is 155 minus x3 is 156 divided by x0. X0 is 150 minus x1 is 152. Again x0 is 150 minus 154. X0 is 150 minus x3 is 156. Fine. Into, what is the value of f of x0? I have written here, it is 12.247. Fine. Plus second term I'm going to write here 155. X is 155 minus x0 is 150. Right. Next x is 155 minus x2 is 154. Next x is 155 minus x3 is 156 divided by x1. X1 is 152 minus x0 is 150. Next x1 is 152 minus x2 is 154. X0 is 152. X1 is 152 minus x3 is 156 only. Into f of x1. F of x1 is 12.329. Next third term 155. X is 155 minus x0. X0 is 150. Next 155 x minus x1 is 152. 152. Next x is 155 minus x3 is 156 divided by, what is the value of x2? X2 is 154 minus x0 is 150. X2 is 154 minus 152. 154 minus What is the value of x3? 156. So once you have written x and x2 value, same values you can copy in numerator and denominator. Into f of x3 value is, f of x2 value is 12.410. Now let me write the fourth term. Plus, what is the value we have? X. What is the value of x? X is 155. Minus x naught is 150. X is 155. Minus x1 value is 152. X is 155 minus x2 value is 154 divided by, what is the value of x3? X3 is 156 minus x0 is 150. 156 minus x1 is 152. X3 is 156 minus x2 is 154 into f of x3 is 12.490. Clear? Now we have to simplify each and every term as I already shown. Anyhow, I'll again show you one term, only one term in each problem, only one term I'll show. See here, 155 minus 152, close the bracket, again open bracket, 155 minus 154, again open bracket, 155 minus 156, again close bracket 2 times, plus equals, divided by, again open 2 times, 150 minus 152, again 150 minus 154, again 150 minus 156, close the bracket 2 times, multiply it with 12.247. So you will get 0.754. 0.7654. Clear? This is for entire first term. Next, when you simplify second term using calculator, just now I have shown, no? So 3.8528 you will get. Similarly, simplify the third term. So you will get 11.6343. Fine. Similarly, simplify the fourth term. You will get 3.90312. So use the calculator, you simplify all these values. Fine. Now let me use calculator again. See here, 0.7654 minus 3.8528 plus 11.6343 plus 3.90312. So that will give you 12.4500. 12.4500. Therefore, f what is the value of x? 155. Or I can write, so this is the required solution. Therefore, square root of 155 is 12.4500. And that is what we require to prove it. Find this. That is square root of 155 is 12.4500. Or we can write y is equal to 12.4500 at x is equal to 155. Clear? So therefore square root of 155 value is 12.4500. Fine. So please copy this problem. This is homework problem for you. Please solve the same in your notes. This is sixth problem. So answer will be f of 1 is equal to 1.999. We have to find the value of f of 1. That is, we have to find that x is equal to 1. Fine. So whatever I have done in this session, hope so it is clear. This is homework problem. Please solve the same in notes. So still so many problems are there in the Lagrange's method. So continue in the next session. Thank you.